So as you all know, I will be attempting to through hike the Appalachian Trail in 2023. In a few short months, I'll be out on trail and I'm so excited. But one of the big questions a lot of people usually get when they are saying they are going to do this grand, miraculous journey of hiking the Appalachian Trail is, are you going alone? Well, today I'm here to answer that question. No, I am not going alone. I am going to be through hiking with another person. I know I have mentioned her in several other videos. I've alluded to her as my hiking partner. Today you are finally going to get to meet her. Let me introduce you to my through hiking partner, Cheyenne. So what's your name? Tell me where you're from.
I'm Cheyenne and I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
And who do you live with?
I live with your brother, my husband Danny.
And how do we know each other?
I married your brother. And now we're best friends, whether you like it or not.
I like it, I like it. Oh, let's get into like a little bit of AT stuff here. So how did you first like learn about the AT? Kind of give us your background of the AT.
So my grandpa always used to take us on like little short hikes. Like that was kind of the thing we did together. And he was just one of those adventurous people. He would like go out and grab a stick and make a walking stick and we'd go on a hike. So around middle school, a year or two before he died, he read A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson.
Yeah.
And I think I was like, I don't know, middle school, so probably 11 or 12. And I read it, reading it back now as an adult. I don't know if it was age appropriate, but I read it.
Probably not, probably not.
But I read it and I really liked it. And since then it was just kind of always something I wanted to do. And I don't know, I didn't necessarily think I'd ever actually do it, but it's been an interest of mine.
But here we are doing it. So kind of the next question I was thinking of is like, what made you want to do it as a through hike versus like a section hike or just going out and doing parts of it?
I don't know. I never really thought of doing it in sections, at least until we started talking about it and just doing like hikes to get ready and stuff.
Right.
I just read it as a through hike and I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be a cool adventure.
Right.
Never considered section hiking it.
For those of you who are new to the channel, Cheyenne and I actually went out and did a section hike of the AT. Didn't go according to plan, but you know, that is such as the AT. And from there we were kind of hooked and here we are. Here we are. So I guess the next question is, what are you most looking forward to about the Appalachian Trail?
I think the first thing that I'm most excited for is to see the seasons change from like winter to spring, and I've gotten really into plants lately. So I'm really excited to just see everything bloom on trail wherever we end up being at that point. And then the second thing is I was born in Lehighton, Pennsylvania, which is pretty close to trail. I didn't grow up there, but so I'm really excited to like see and actually walk through where a lot of my family is from. I think that's going to be really cool, even if there are rattlesnakes and rocks.
It's going to be a rough time in my life, but you're going to be like, this is the best.
Awesome. What are you complaining about?
Oh goodness. So is there any like particular views you're looking forward to, any particular mountains, or just kind of seeing like where your family's from and kind of that aspect?
Just in general, seeing where they're from, what the town is like when we go into zero, whatever, go into resupply. But I think Lehigh Gorge, that climb out, I'm really excited for.
I hear it's rough. I hear it's rough.
Excited to see, not excited to do.
Right. So I guess then a flip side of that is, what is your least thing that you're looking forward to, like something you're not excited for?
The cold. The cold rain. I think that's what I'm least excited for, because I know we're probably going to hit it at some point. I can handle the cold. I can handle the rain.
You want to give everyone a little short snippet of our what happened on our section hike and why it didn't go to plan?
Yeah. So we got out there, and it was mid-March, so a lot of people were starting their through hikes. And it also managed to be a week of like probably the worst spring winter weather ever. The first 2 days were like great hiking weather, high 50s, low 60s, like comfy. And then what was it, the third day, I think? It was just misting and raining and in the 30s, 40s, I don't know, but it was cold enough to be miserable, and my gear was not up to snuff. And I was pretty sure I was going to die of hypothermia, and I could not feel my fingers. So, like everybody else on the trail, we had to take a mass exodus and to whatever hostel would come pick us up.
Literally, like everyone at the shelter was like, yeah, we're getting off, and we were like, we're still going. We were idiots.
And then we didn't. We're like, just kidding.
Yeah, we got up over Sassafras Mountain. If you guys know Sassafras Mountain in Georgia, it's a long hike up. It's like your first major climb, and we were just like, we're done. I remember getting to like the false summit, and you were just like, so do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, like we're done. Like, let's just go.
See, because glasses and rain, that's not a good mix, so I couldn't see. Everything was numb, everything was getting wet. We couldn't like stop to rest because we would just get wetter, and I'm like, I'm done.
And we couldn't take our backpacks off because like, where do you set it? Like, it would just get all wet. Yeah. I mean, we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot since then, so yeah,
we'll be prepared.
And we learned poncho life is not the life for us in the winter.
Nope. Do not recommend ponchos. Don't work.
Maybe in summer.
Maybe in summer.
Yeah. We'll find out.
We'll find out, yeah.
If you wear a poncho in the winter, please let us know, because how do you do it? Next question, what are you most fearful of? I know you mentioned cold rain, but if you had to pick something other than like cold rain, what are you most fearful of?
Snakes. Snakes. Okay. I know we're gonna encounter them, and I know there's gonna be multiple times, especially when summer hits, that I'm gonna take a step and I'm gonna go notice a snake like 2 feet away, and I'm just gonna have a and I'm just gonna like run up wherever we're trying to get to be like, get me out of here.
Yeah, oh gosh, snakes are scary for sure, especially if you don't see them and then they're right next to you, like
Well, do you remember that on the hike before we got off trail, there was a stick or something that attached to me, and I had like an emotional breakdown because I thought it was a snake.
That was on the second day. Because that's right. Yeah. That spot is the spot where I saw the bear. That's the exact spot, Cheyenne. So we both had traumatizing moments in that spot.
The stick was foreshadowing.
I know.
We have to pay attention next time we go by that area and just hightail it.
When we get to that spot, like, we need to have like a little moment and just like explain to everyone, like, I'm doing daily vlogs if you don't know, but when we get to that moment in our daily vlogs, I'm gonna show you guys a spot where me and Cheyenne were both traumatized.
Yeah, deep trauma happened there.
I feel like I know the answer to this next one already, but what is your most favorite state, or like state that you're most looking forward to?
I think I'm gonna say Virginia. It's like Pennsylvania, yeah. But I think that's just because of my familial connection. I mean, I am really excited to see it, and I think it's pretty in general, but I think other than that, and the bias that comes with it, I think Virginia I'm really excited about.
Okay. So what do you think is going to be your least favorite state? Starting a little controversy here.
For me, Georgia.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's so many cool things to see in all the other states. I feel like I'm just, granted, I'll probably be really excited that we're starting and won't care. But I feel like it'll just be like, let's get to the cool stuff.
Right. Well, Blood Mountain's pretty cool. I know you didn't get to that when we went out, but
I froze it at first.
Blood Mountain's really pretty if you catch it on a not cloudy day. It's pretty. But other than that, I don't know. We'll have to see.
We'll find out.
Right. Really soon. Oh, goodness. Okay, next one. I know a lot of people on this channel are big gear people. They love talking gear. Gear is a big part of the AT community. Are you a shelter-er or a tent-er?
I think a tenter. I mean, we'll see if that changes once we're on trail, but I think I'll like having like personal space, like my own little bubble.
Same here. Privacy.
That might change, but I think at least for the start until.
You don't want to hang out with all the rats?
Not particularly.
I guess they're more mice on the trail, but you don't want to hang out with them?
I hear they're
Just,
fun.
I'll wave from a distance. Say, hey, Kitty. Bye.
Okay, so if you had to pick, you're going into town, you have an option between a hostel or a hotel. What would you prefer?
I feel like a hostel.
Okay, why?
I think they'll just have more things that, like everyday things, little luxuries that we won't have on trail that a hotel wouldn't have. I think there'll be more socializing, so that I might get tired out of that. But I think having access to like the little luxuries that a hotel probably wouldn't have might be nice.
Yeah, right. We're gonna have a fashion show of all of our loner clothes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do like a montage at the end of our hike and just do like all of our loner clothes. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, just like a little fashion show.
Rating the hostels based on their loner clothes, which one had the best and the worst. Could be interesting.
You'll see it here first, folks.
Never seen before footage.
Let's go.
Oh goodness. We're a little weird. You guys will get to know us a little bit more, and I'm sure Cheyenne will really blossom on this channel. You guys will get to know her weirdness and her quirks, and we love her for it. Okay, so getting back to gear, I kind of skipped around a little bit here, but what do you think is going to be your favorite piece of gear on trail? I know you haven't been out on the trail with all of the gear that you have now because you've kind of upgraded since we last went out, but what do you like, if you had to predict, what would be your most favorite?
I think my Kula Claw. My Kula Claw.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice luxury to.
And also it has a spooky season design. So I think that will bring me joy.
You love spooky season.
I love spooky season.
Still have the bats up?
I do. Yeah. I don't think I actually have any in the office, but there's many in the house.
Okay, so on the flip side, what piece of gear do you think may not work out for you, or do you think is going to be like a challenging piece of gear or something you're at least looking forward to having to use?
I think my hiking poles.
Oh.
Just because I normally don't like having my hands full when I'm hiking.
And I know, especially from our last trip, that me trying to find a walking stick when my like hip flexors gave out. So like I know they'll be helpful. I just feel like until they're actually helpful, I'm gonna be annoyed that I have to keep track of them, and I'll probably end up losing some multiple times. So I feel like I'm either gonna use them or I'm not.
Okay, next question. This one's kind of a two-parter. What do you, or what have you been doing? What have you been doing to physically prepare for the trail, and what have you been doing to mentally prepare for the trail? And if you haven't been doing any of that, what do you want to do those things?
So I probably haven't been doing as much as I should No, I am an archaeologist, so over the summer and the fall, I have been doing a good amount of hard hiking through work.
Yeah, she does.
So I feel relatively prepared in that sense, especially because I know we're gonna like take it easy and ease into everything. So I'm not necessarily worried about that, but I would like to start going on a few more hikes with the winter and the work in the field season slowing down. I do want to start doing that a little bit more. I also really need and want to get a solid like stretch regiment down.
Yes.
We got to hold each other accountable to do some stretching on trail.
Yeah, because I haven't been doing any stretches and I'm really sore. So I need to get a routine just solid and ingrained in my brain so that I survive. And then mentally wise, I'm cuddling my dogs a lot. It's gonna be hard being away from them and Danny, so I'm trying to just hype myself up and get all the cuddles in while I can.
Right. I know you also mentioned that you wanted to go out and test your sleep gear too in a cold night to see if it's like gonna be up to standards here. So I think that'll be a little that'll be a little bit of preparation for you too, to get that into like a little bit of confidence to know like, yeah, I'll be warm. Like,
yeah, that's true. My quilt is just kind of like that cheaper version of an Enlightened Equipment from Amazon, so I'm a little
we love to see it.
I'm a little nervous if in the colder temperatures I might not be warm. So that is true. I keep forgetting that I need to do that, especially with it getting colder. But yeah, I do have to do that this winter and make sure it'll keep me warm and comfy, because if not, I need to upgrade that before trail.
I mean, Enlightened Equipment, if you want to sponsor Cheyenne, you can.
Yep. Hey, hit me up.
I'll get you in contact with her. Okay. So do you feel like at this moment, if it were time for us to leave for trail today, do you think you would be ready to get out on trail today? Or do you feel like there's more for you to do?
I'm ready. I mean, I think in a lot of ways, there's only so much you can do to prepare, and physically, mentally, it doesn't hurt to do all of the things. But I think at the end of the day, you're not going to know until you get out there and just start doing it and getting acclimated as you go. So
right.
I have all my major gear. Let's go.
And then I guess the last question, and I'm just going to throw this one in here, so feel free to not answer it if you don't want to. Are you going, this is a big question, are you going to be vlogging your AT through hike? I know a lot of people love to vlog their AT through hike, so are you going to be one of them?
In the traditional sense, I feel like probably not. I would like to, once the semester for grad school stops, I would like to start documenting my prep a little bit more. Probably not as in-depth and as well as you do it.
Thanks.
Number one fan. But I do want to have some videos. So I feel like on trail I'll try to do some. I just don't know if it'll actually end up me consistently posting. But I do, like, for memory's sake, want to have some videos up. So
right, so you have some some documentation. So she's more doing it for herself, you know. So any social media you want to plug in there, or you're not ready for that, you want to wait and we can plug it in another day?
I'll plug it another day.
Okay, well, we'll plug her socials another day when she's ready. Oh, you know what I forgot? What is our tramley name?
We're the Outlaws.
Why?
Because we're in-laws, but we're gonna be outdoors, so we're the Outlaws.
You heard it here first, people. We're the Outlaws. Well, that's my hiking partner, people. I I'm sure you guys are going to get to know her a lot more throughout the upcoming months, especially out on trail. She'll be in most, if not all, of my videos because we'll be with each other for this crazy journey. So I definitely wanted to just give you guys a moment to get to know her a little bit, and I hope you guys did. If you have any questions for her, leave them in the comments. I'm sure she'll be around to answer them, and we can always make a part 2 if need be. And if she's ever ready, I will definitely link her social media channels down below. Next week, I will be posting a Q&A. I've gotten several questions from you guys, as well as my family and friends. So I definitely wanted to answer those questions in a video format. Definitely subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.